Alright, let's go ahead and get this started. What is up, everyone? I'm Octo. Oh gosh, my head. Oh my gosh. I just absolutely destroyed my earbud. Well then. Hold on. I literally ripped the speaker from the earbud. I did not know that could happen. Oh, yeah, great tree and all, yeah, whatever. You know what? I'm just gonna go earbudless. It's fine. Not that big of a deal. Had to get new. So this was totally fine. Gonna get some rupees and just play for a couple hours. Just hang out, to do whatever. The Fuki is still sick, as usual. I don't want to say as usual, but over the past couple weeks, as usual. Wow, drop 1 rupee. Oh, okay. I asked for 1, it gives me 3. That's fine. So I don't know how far I'm going to be able to get in, like, 2 hours. But, let's see how far I can get. I'm assuming, I'll probably finish the Dodongo's Cavern. Probably. If I don't keep mixing up the main quest and the master quest, because the last one I played all the way through was the master quest, so I should really tweet a photo of just how unorganized my my area is right now. In fact, I probably will. Let's turn the... I don't know why the flash is always... Oh, gosh. Alright. Yeah, okay, Gamer Girl. Alright. Okay, so there goes that tweet out. Sorry about that. Just needed you guys to see how gross my recording area looks right now. So, oh, no, I don't want to talk to you. Frame rate. Okay, so... So again, I'm not sure how far I'll get within the 2-hour time frame I have right now, but probably Dodongo, if we're lucky, Jabu Jabu. You didn't have an, yeah, I have to start over again, Gamer Girl. You didn't have... So, you know, just had to do it. Okay, yeah, okay. It's... Whoa, since when is it 40? Of course you have to check Twitter. If you want to see what a very small portion of my table looks like. There we go. Now, Gamer Girl, when we were talking earlier, and you're like, you're just gonna play Dark Souls, and I was sitting here and I was like, man, if she doesn't tweet back, I don't know what I'm gonna play. And I was literally just looking at my games, and I was like, well, there's Dark Souls, so so if you didn't tweet back, I was probably gonna play Dark Souls too. Either that or Bloodborne, one of the two. I like Dark Souls. Sue me. Goodness. It's like one of my favorite games. Like that series, one of my favorite. Specifically, Dark Souls 2. I watched a video last night called Deadlock on Matt Pat's channel. He's the guy that does Game Theory. And it was a show he does called Deadlock. I like it a lot. Where two people take opposing views on a video game series, or just something in gaming. And it was him versus Gerard. I love both of their channels. Just watched the the Half-Life episode of Dark Souls, as they called it, the heart. Shot in the heart that he didn't like it. I think it was just that they were doing a show and he had to take one side and he had more complaints than Matt did. But that's fine. Whatever. Why is it always Dark Souls? Dark Souls 2 is really fun. That's why, Gamer Girl. It's one of my favorite. It's my favorite game of 2014, and as of right now, it's my favorite. Discolor the First Sin. It's actually in the picture sitting behind my microphone next to The Witcher 3, which I'm reviewing right now. Our first 6 hours, I'm not super impressed with The Witcher 3. But yeah, his with most of them. At least not in a games of all time. It's definitely in my top 10. It probably breaks my top 5, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, Navi, Navi, I know. Navi, I know. Okay, so I actually forget where the slingshot is, if it's up top or if it's just over here. I think it's up top. No, it's not up top, it's over here, because up top is the compass. Because we need to shoot the spiders to get up there. Oh my gosh, yes, I know. Navi. This is what all Zelda games drastically need. If you're going through it, you should, even if it's not like a New Game Plus sort of deal, you should always have tutorials. Oh my gosh. Deku Scrub, I get it. Alright, so here's a slingshot. At this point, this dungeon's already like half over. Yes, I'm pushing all the buttons. You can probably hear that. It's not letting me skip any of this dialogue yet. I don't think it lets you do that until you see a double of something, and then it lets you kind of skip it over everything. So I thing more anyone can say about this. Only people that will complain about it, like Egoraptor in Sequelitis. It with some of his arguments about Ocarina not being. And actually, this is a good segue, because Gerard was talking about that Sequelitis episode, and that he agreed with Aaron that the Dark Souls difficulty is just like the Ocarina of Time difficulty, where it's not actually all that hard. It's more about just waiting and timing everything properly. And that's not hard, that's just the illusion of hard. And I would say, in this game's case, that's definitely true with a lot of enemies. The Deku Scrubs, the guy in, like Morpha and whatnot. Morpha, is that its name? But he talked about, well, he didn't really talk about, but he showed footage of the Stalfos. And the Stalfos, for anyone who doesn't know, is the giant skeletons with the sword and the shields. And what I always loved about the Stalfos is that it's only a long fight if you make it a long fight. Because the Stalfos really isn't that long of a fight if you know how to take it out. Because, for instance, I can't show you footage, but if you guys remember... Oh, why did I do that? If you guys remember fighting a Stalfos really fast. And then usually you wait for him to attack. That's basically how you go. Or you can do the thing. Then you can just kill him within seconds. Does that attack and you jump into him and he just keeps doing that. But yeah, 23 is number 1, I get it. You can thrust through and actually hit him, and that puts him into, that puts him into, usually puts him into the diving attack. So you can actually end those fights almost instantly if you do it properly. And I think that's the thing that Aaron missed with the Sequelitis about Ocarina of Time. Is, yes, there's a lot of waiting in Ocarina for beginners. Anyone who is not confident in their skills or never wants to experiment, yeah, there's a ton of waiting. There's absolute ton of waiting. All the enemies are the exact same weight sort of puzzles. But if you are, other than like Iron Knuckles, because they are around and actually try to do some other things, you can do it successfully. Like what I said about the Stalfos, about thrusting through his enemy that is only a waiting game, unfortunately, are the guys in the Fire Temple. Like, a lot of Ocarina's enemies are about waiting, but not all of them are. And the ones that aren't are really cool. Like, even, I'm pretty sure whenever anyone thinks about enemy that you have to wait to kill, you'll probably... Well, first of all, these guys never come to mind, which is cool. You just kind of fight them. Unless you want a different item, which is really cool. You have to wait to get the different item. But they think of the Skulltulas, not the gold Skulltulas, but just the normal ones. These guys. Because it's like, you either have to hit them a whole bunch, or you have to wait for them to turn around, and then attack. Can I not pop these things? Huh. Then you gotta slash him in the back. Weapons like the hook shot that make it so take them out instantly. Weapons like instantly if they're lined up. It's stuff like that where it's like count. That's switching weapons. That doesn't count as weight. With you don't have to take out a lot of enemies. A lot of enemies like the Skulltulas or like these guys are there just to like, well, all the enemies are there to keep you from progressing, but there's ways around them. Like if you have Deku nuts. Here, look, let me show you. If I have any. Do I have any? I do. If they're up, like this, right, you can just go, boop, and then run by them. The Deku nuts are... These are Deku nuts, right? Not Deku seeds? Yeah, Deku nuts. Deku seeds are your slingshot ammo. Deku nuts are a grossly underused item that help in almost every single fight. And that's what's so cool about them, is they can stun almost everything. So anything you're having issues with... oops. You usually can stun. There's an insta-kill move. For instance, the wolves, right? Like, you could fight them and have them bash your shield and then stab them once, and then they'll backflip and you have to do that 2 more times. You could have them slash at you, and again, this is going into the you do have to wait. But it's less of a waiting because it's they want to make it hard, more of like having a strategy in optimizing a way to kill these things. I've never tried the Deku Nut on the wolves, but I'm sure it would probably work. But if not, you can have them swing, and if you back up or backflip and they don't actually hit you, they'll swing by you and you can stab them in the back and kill them instantly. So there's different enemies. Like, I agree with Aaron that there are some enemies, and there are a lot of enemies, where you have to wait to do anything, and it's not hard, it's just time-consuming. Can't do speedrun strats. Alright, but not all the enemies are like that, because he mentions only the Iron Knuckle is not like that, and I would... I'm bad at this game. Oop. Also said that about Dark Souls 1, and where I see more of what he's talking about in Dark Souls 1, where when you're a typical sword and board, or even just like a berserker, well, not necessarily a berserker, but like a two-handed heavy warrior guy or a mage, it is a lot of waiting, and then attack, wait, and then attack. But it's not like that. See, this is where Zelda is very different than Dark Souls about its waiting. Is you only wait in Dark Souls if you have to, or like if you're a certain class. Like where in this game you just have to wait for some of the enemies. Need a notebook. Well, I'm not trying to lecture you. And say something, someone they like say something on the internet, and they just agree. In Dark Souls, for instance, like, if you have a sword and a shield, you're more than likely you're more than likely going just to take the hit. Sure. You're more than likely just going to take the hit and then counterattack, where you could roll through it and then counterattack. Or if you're a thief or a berserker, a thief will roll through it and then attack a whole bunch, and then it becomes more about an aggressive style of play than a defensive style of play. And if you're a berserker, a lot of times it's just like, boom, I'm going to take the hits. It doesn't matter because I deal so much damage. That's what I played in Dark Souls 2 for a long time, was a berserker. And I've played Thief, and they're both really cool. I've played mostly every class. And I know Dark Souls isn't my life, gamer girl. I just really like the game. Okay. Well, let me think of other enemies that you could take out in this game. The Wallmasters, right? Waiting for you to have to fight them because they appear as the shadows, right? And they drop on you. A lot of times they drop and then they either leave or they do like the thing where they turn green and ram you. The Deku Nut works on them as well, and just pop them into the 3, and then you can just do the quick and that will like do the big magic slice, so you don't have to power it. What the point I'm trying to push home is, a lot of the enemies in Zelda, you're not trying to learn advanced techniques. Like, it's not really that advanced to be like, well, if you just he does the spin attack. Now, I never knew that until like probably 2 or 3 years ago because I never tried it, but I knew about putting the Stalfos into taking bosses out faster, like the jump attack and stuff like that. So I really think that it's all about, what do you count as difficulty? What is there for the base players, or what's there for the more experienced players? And on the surface, this game will look hard for beginners because it does take a lot of time. But on the surface, it's like, no Zelda game is hard. I haven't played... That's not true. I haven't played a 3D Zelda game that is hard ever, really. Like, there's every now and then you'll do like, oh wow, it was a stupid move. Especially on like Master Quest, where you take double damage. Like, oh, that was a stupid move, and you get hurt. And you die, because it's like a huge thing. But like, unless you're challenging yourself, like I do on this game, I'll run a 3-heart no-shield challenge, and how that works is you just don't get a Hylian shield, and you just... It's on an honor system. You just have to not shield when you have the Deku shield until you can get to Dodongo's Cavern and have it burned. And then you just never get a shield until the Mirror Shield, and then of course you have to use the Mirror Shield for some puzzles. But I never use it to block attacks other than Twinrova's attacks, because you have to. But dodging, that's a lot of... You're not necessarily waiting because you're scared to attack. And that's not going to linger on it, but that's a lot of the difficulty in Dark Souls. They're not necessarily hard to kill. If they hit you, you're dead, though. So, I mean, like, there's more difficulty, obviously, in games like Twilight Princess, in games like A Link to the Past, in games like A Link Between Worlds. I assume I haven't played it yet. You're going to have the difficulty there in the 2D Zelda games. And I think that's another thing that the 2D Zelda games don't get. In Link to the Past, how I can face like 4 or 5 Hylian Knights all at the same time, and it's not a big deal. In this game, if you got like 2 or 3, it's a big deal. So a super huge fan of, because enemies have stab until you get to bosses. And I know on this, like is looking, I think to quote him, is looking for a crystal in the corner of a lifeless room, or the lifeless corner, just to whack. Is that fun? Is that a puzzle? And I would say, like, that is the same as a lot of puzzles in the 2D Zeldas, where you walk into a room and you're like, oh, there's the thing, I have to throw a bomb over the wall to hit it in the corner, or oh, I can't get over there, let me hookshot the switch, or let me shoot it with an arrow. It's the same thing, just moved into the third dimension. So like, is it fun? No, it's never fun. It's not fun to be like, man, I'm looking everywhere to find this crystal to whack, or man, it's really not fun because I just need to shoot my arrow over here. It's the same puzzle. It does take less time on the top-down Zeldas, which is true, and which is why it's so forgivable. But I have an issue with the puzzle as much as the time that the puzzle consumes, which is totally fine, and I actually agree. What else can I talk about? Just trying to think of all the different... Oh, he talks about something I completely agreed with. Well, not 100%. I agreed with most of it, about 90%, where he talks about how the game limits you from exploration right away, where it's like, you gotta go talk to this guy before you can do this. You gotta go get Serious Song before you can go into the Fire Temple, or to have the fire. And that's... Is it the... No, it's Serious Song for... just to get into Dodongo's Cavern, right? And... Is it? Yeah, it is. Remember, doesn't matter. And I agree, it's stupid that you have to do that, but it was just a way for them to give you a song, which is used for more puzzles later, and it's used as a hint system, because you can call Saria at any time, and she'll give you a hint. Now, the one getting to... getting into Jabu Jabu, when you have to go talk to the leader of the Zora, then you gotta go find the bottle, then you gotta show the bottle to the Zora King. Now, to be fair, it is a way to give you an item that you drastically need, which is the bottle. It is annoying to have to do that. So, like, I agree there, that it's annoying to have to sometimes, like, this travel system, it was not just, the temples. Now, look... Gosh, can I get there? Please no. Please no. Okay. So. Oh, no. I really wanted to get here at in the daytime still, so she would be over there. See, this is the thing that's annoying. Now it's a quest, and it makes sense to have this quest. And again, I actually, just to kind of break off of topic here, because I've been doing that consistently. I don't really need an excuse. I don't really need to say that because it's so obvious that I keep doing that. A big thing about the sequel-itis video on Ocarina of Time versus A Link to the Past that I think a lot of people missed is it's not so much, in my opinion, and now if Aaron says different, that's the truth because he made it. But if it's, I don't think it's so much Ocarina of Time. I think that was his catalyst of talking about his... Oh, gosh. About his problem with the Zelda formula, which is go do the same things over and over. Or if you look at Zelda 1, and even Zelda 2, you can pretty much... That's not true. Zelda 2, you can't really... Zelda 2 is where they added the... right away. You can't do all the temples or dungeons right away, but you can do most of them. Interchangeable. And then I think the second 3 are also interchangeable, and I don't know about 7 or 8. But my point is, he loves Zelda 1 so much. Not because I don't like the free roam aspect, I actually do like that. I think it's a poorly programmed game. I don't think... and again, not because... like, something is wrong with exploring or anything. Barrack, because it's a game that's over 25 years old. And I'm cool with that, because Zelda 2 is one of my favorite Zeldas. But, like, I just really don't like the way you attack, and a lot of the enemies, like, he talks about the Dark Nut in Zelda 1, and how, he didn't talk about this in the sequelitis, but he talked about this while he was playing through Zelda 1 with his friend Danny on Game Grumps. They were talking about how it's just like, you just gotta do it, and it's really hard and challenging. And it's like, it's not that it's hard, it's that it's unfair. Because if you look at the Dark Nuts in Zelda 1, they're programmed to just move randomly, I think. They're either programmed to move randomly, or they're programmed to, when you get next to them, to move into you. And that's the problem. I died so many times, not because, like, the Dark Nuts were outmaneuvering me, but just because how... like a grid to my grid, even though I'm halfway out of the grid, it's still gonna hurt me, and that's annoying. That's so nice, instead of just having it on a grid. Positive, that's how it works, but I'm pretty sure it's how it works. What is my life? And that, like, so a lot of the enemies in Zelda 1 are just like, the game isn't transferring your hitbox fast enough. And like stuff like shields, if a light gets you, like, I get that I'm like on an adventure and like, I should just... It would be nice just to be like, by the way, a light can steal this forever. Go back and get it at a discounted price. It's like, time to go grind rupees. And it's like essential. And if you guys know me, you know I hate essential grinding. Grinding is the make me do it, rather than it's like a side quest. Like, and again, you can say, well, you didn't have to get the shield, Octo. Yeah, I don't have to get the shield, but it's like, that's like saying, well, you don't have to pick up the heart containers. It's so much easier to grab that shield to block the Wizrobe's fire. Do I have to wait? Oh, I do have to wait. Again, see, this is the main problem I have with Ocarina of Time 2, is a lot of waiting, especially early game. Because I gotta wait till this thing hatches. So it's just like, Zelda 1 stuff is very rough with me. It was revolutionary for its time. I don't even want to say it was good for its time, because there's games that came out not that long after, like Mega Man, and Mega Man is like the ultimate paragon of platformers. Like, that thing. So like, it was a new style that they had never tried before. Fair. I just, like, Super Mario Brothers came out. Super Mario Brothers is good. It's a completely different style of game. I'm not sure if that was because they had never worked on something like that before, or if it was just something that was overlooked by the devs. That made that, if that, it was probably just like Shigeru and like one other dude, one or two other people. I don't really know. I haven't beaten Zelda 1 in like half a year. No, more like a year. I was going to do a whole video series, and I think I'm still going to, on the YouTube channel of the same name, if you are here but have never seen the YouTube channel, on my deciphering the Zelda franchise and what should be and shouldn't be classified as a Zelda game, and what is actually the black sheep of the Zelda games, because a lot of people think Zelda 2 is the black sheep of the Zelda games, and I don't necessarily think that. Franchise really bad, and I don't think it is. Zelda games, and I got up to A Link to the Past. I hate A Link to the Past. I got halfway through that game, and then I stopped because stuff came out, and I need to go back, and I need to start it over, and I need to beat it, and then move on. Because there's some that I remember so vividly. And I'll have to go through the handheld games, which I actually like some of the top-down Zelda handheld games, mainly because it was the first time I had ever played anything like that on a handheld, and I really like Link's Awakening. And I went back and I actually played through and I beat Link's Awakening, and there was some issues I had with it that I didn't know that I had when I was a kid. I was just like, this is good, Zelda, this is good. But there's definitely some issues with that game. Although it did age really well, and the music's fantastic for a Game Boy game. Like, goodness, you guys should go... This is the Forest theme? Oh, for the Game Boy? Oh, mwah! It was perfect. On the Game Boy, that's impressive. Because I've been blabbing for, like... an hour. Alright, never mind. Haven't been talking for that long, then. On that video. I know I didn't get super in depth with it. I'm also playing right now, so I'm losing like track of what I think of that video. I think it's really well done. I think it's really funny. I would say if you haven't seen it, if you're of appropriate age, go see it. There's a lot of swearing. I hate myself. There's a lot of swearing, which I don't have any issue with, personally. Like, swearing doesn't bug me, but I know some people are sensitive to it, so... There's lots of swearing in Egoraptor stuff, but if you're cool with swearing, his opinion on game design is very interesting. And I like it a lot. And the comedy in there is pretty good, too, so... give it a watch if you want. If you don't want to watch it, I totally understand that. We've actually started making our LPs, the episode. Originally had like 20 to 30 minutes. 10 and 20 minutes is better. 10 would be nice. But, you know, anything past 10, below 20, I think is the perfect length. Because all bets are off on finales. Or it's like a special video for some reason. I don't know, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about length of videos? For LPs specifically? Because if it's like a intellectual conversation about something like Sequelitis, that's totally different because it's engaging your brain at all times. Where I don't know about you guys, or I'm like, okay, and I pull out my phone and I do something else while I'm listening to them. Not necessarily because the game isn't interesting or anything like that, but this is because it's a long time to watch something of two guys just talking. That's why I think a lot of guys. It's kind of sad to say that because it shows how far our culture has come from just like being able to sit down and talk with people for hours and hours on end, every day, consistently, without having electronics with us. But it's just one of those things where video. So it's like I wonder what is the perfect length for me to watch and be like If you guys didn't know, there's Yoshi, there's Peach, and there's Bowser and Luigi. And here's Zelda. Yeah, Zelda, no one really cares about your dream. I just want to get a sword and do stuff. Well, I mean, I already have a sword. Sorry, guys, I got nothing right now. I just kind of going on. So, sit back and enjoy this cutscene about the three goddesses. You guys want me to talk about? Do you guys have a topic that's been burning at you throughout the week or anything like that? Let me know. I'll throw my 2 cents in if I know what you're talking about. Also, I'm never, ever Ganondorf's nose. It's the longest nose I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Like, on a quote-unquote human? Arhanian's human? They live as long as humans? Do they have the same color blood as humans? Well, probably. In fact, I know that's true that they have the same color blood as humans. Because there's a few games that have a little bit of blood. Like Twilight Princess's blood on the ground in a few spots. I know in the original Ganon's blood, when you slash him at the end, is red, not green. Shoo, that's cool. Sorry, Nympha. Give me this lullaby. Alright, let me go. I gotta go back to the forest. Let me go back to the... Let's get this. I really wish I could, guys. Alright. Let's go back to the forest. Because we have to get Saria's song before Darunia will let us in, or give us the power bracelet. That's what we need. So running backwards is just faster, I mentioned that already. And without Epona, I would rather just get there ASAP. I wonder how long the day. 3 minutes apiece? Okay. Over here we can get the bigger ammo bag. That'll be good. Actually, yes. Good. Okay. I don't care. Just give it to me. There we go. Oh, Gabora. Just leave. His eyebrows look like the muscly part, like the thigh, of a cricket or a grasshopper to me. They have always looked like that. They've always Just let me leave. And I think it's in... Now left? Now right again, correct? Yeah, that's it. So I think you actually have to have the Master Sword to one-shot them in the back, but... Not hard to fight, they don't even take that long. You know what? I'm just not gonna fight you. So, I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Are you gonna take the damage to save time? I pretty much always do. What is up, viewer number... All about? I need to know these things. Whoa, Saria, how are you playing all those instruments? And how did you stop playing and they faded away, instead of instantly stopping? That's weird. Of course I'm ready. I did it. How did you know that last part, even though I didn't... Okay. So the game doesn't take too long to do and get through if you know what you're doing. But I'm pretty sure that's every game, so that point is invalid. Oh, I don't care about you, Kabora. Leave. Leave and never come back. No. Alright, and now we can go to Goron City and get the power bracelet and go into Dodongo's cavern. And I can show you guys a quick way to get a heart piece. Oops, and clipping through walls. So that's cool. Will I hit the water before I hit the fence, I wonder? See you later, sucker! I'll probably hit the fence first. Yeah, there we go. Whoops. For a second, I forgot this is not a dual-stick camera-controlled game. Let me through! Now, I don't think getting the bottle here, so I think I'm just gonna Do you like my telekinesis that I can spin and hold a note above my hand? I don't need a proper shield, dude. Leave me be. Just let me go. Increase the text crawl to, like, super fast. Alright, see you later. Okay, so I'll have, like, an hour, pretty much, to do... I can probably do in, like, 20 minutes? Maybe? I'm no speedrunner, but I know my way around this game. 20-ish minutes? I almost always... And I believe, at least when you're an adult, these pretty much always have... Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Alright. Open up, Darunia! I'm playing lullabies. Hey, friend. Whoops. I always love reading this in very monotone voice. So he starts talking. Oh. Come on, come on, come on. Whoa. Who? Okay. This is going nuts. Darunia! I don't know what accent that was. Give me the power bracelet. I really don't know what that is. What accent is that? What accent is this? It's like a mix of a whole bunch of things. Because I'm bad at accents. It's mostly Russian, I believe. I don't know. Whatever. Oh, I don't care for me. I don't care you're depressed. I really don't. Just give me the power bracelet. I literally don't care about you. I don't care that you're the fire sage. I don't care anything about you. Just give me the power bracelet. Like Goron's bracelet in this game. Also, I wish this was a real thing. It's just like, put a bracelet on, you're like, I'm strong now. Would he be like... So right now, is only his left hand, like, double strong? Because I know Link is left-handed. Because he wields his sword. Skyward Sword in Twilight Princess, I think. The Wii version of Twilight Princess. Because most of the emote that you use. And that is Link. Go ahead, blow open Dodongo's Cavern. Unless I didn't hit it. Alright, let's go ahead. Just like that. And time to start Dodongo's Cavern. Let's go ahead and put that there. And that there for now. Whoa, look at that Dodongo skill. I always thought that was really cool. Okay, yep. I know, Navi. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh no, I gotta sneeze. It's coming. Oh, this is the worst. Excuse me. Goodness. I apologize. Alright, I think... Now, because the Master Quest is also mirrored, I get lost in the main quest too, because I forget... Oh, that one's nothing. I believe. It's not the treasure chest, is it? It's the... Oh, it is. I thought the closer one was, I don't even know what they're called, like the Mask of Truth stones. I don't know what they're called. Stones of Truth, maybe? So there's the map. And that one is... Stop going down! Stop going down! These guys are called Beamos, I think. I always loved it. They're just like, yeah, here's Zelda. You know, like a fantasy universe. We were like with sword and shield and bombs and slingshots. That's what we use. Here's a laser. I love that. I think it's so wacky. Okay. I wonder if it does work on these guys too. So if you didn't want to have to fight these guys, you could just, and you win. Yep. Alright, Lizafos, let's do this. So look, yet another way to kill these guys faster. So you don't really have to wait. immediately just eating my words. There we go. Never seen that happen before. Where, like, he, like, ducks over, and then I attack him straight up and he doesn't get hurt. That was weird. But this, the Deku Nuts also work on the bats, so... Work on these guys? They do. Goodness, they're powerful. Not that you really need those. Just go ahead and give me... You want to just go ahead and give me Deku Stick? It's in here somewhere, I think. Oh no, it's in the other... It's in the other room. I believe, at least. If it's not, time to do some backtracking, because I forgot stuff. But I'm pretty sure they're in this room. Or at least the merchant is. I do need Deku Sticks. All I need is one, thank you. Probably should have picked those hearts up. That's fine. It's not like this is hard anyway. I remember on Master Quest this room took me a little bit because this is where they first teach you that if there's a what's it called? A bomb flower on the wall, if you have a lit Deku Stick, you can make the bomb fall off the wall, like lit and ready to go. And I thought that was really cool when I figured that out. I love Master Quest for this game. I think it's so inventive and clever, and so cool. And I wish I had the GameCube disc that let me play the Master Quest, because that's what I would rather be playing right now than the main quest. I actually like the Master Quest more. Now, like, this is this classic and nice, but I just like the Master Quest more because it's more challenging. You take double damage, everything is mirrored, you have to really, really think about the puzzles, it's not so obvious. It bums me out that it was supposed to... Master Quest was originally supposed to come on the 64 version of this game, but they were going to do it on the disk drive because the cartridge didn't have enough memory. And the disk drive failed hardcore, so that's kind of sad. Whoa. Wanted the camera to go behind me there. Case, because I don't believe in myself. Oh, here's another complaint that Aaron had. Was about it slows down combat a lot because you have to go and like physically shoot the what's it called? The keys now, the bats. And I never really had an issue because I don't want to sound like I'm bragging or anything, but like I never really had an issue hitting the keys. Targeting also comes in there, and there's more room for puzzle solving with that, like if a Keese is holding a key or something. Now, they didn't use that. Another puzzle to add to their repertoire. Unfortunately, they didn't use it, though. Like, the Keese should be holding key items and stuff. Okay, Navi, just let me play the game. Let me play the game. Probably should have listened to Navi there, not gonna lie. That's fine. Wow, I suck. Did the exact same thing, because I'm an idiot. Okay, you know, let's just take my time for a second. Let me just take my time. Okay, there we go. We get to like this point, and we jump like that. If it didn't hit the ladder. That one was just me missing. Let's be honest. That was just me missing. Just gonna go ahead and open this chest here. I hate myself, so I mean, there's nothing really to talk about there. Let's just do it. Let's do it the kamikaze way. Huh! Didn't work. Didn't work at all. Oh my gosh. This is just one of those times where it's like you're streaming, so you have to get stuck on something really stupid. Happens a lot. That was behind the ladder. I'm just gonna... I know you can get up there. I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna throw it when it's about to explode. There we go. Should have just done that the first time. But I wanted to look snazzy. Okay. Oh. Are you gonna fight me, or? Come on. I've never seen that animation before. I really haven't. Where they do the duck thing and then the spin. I swear I've never seen that before. That's nuts. That just happened like 4 times. It also took way longer than it should have. It's because I only have 2 Deku Nuts and I don't want to waste them. Even though they're pretty common, they're just not common here. Alrighty, bomb bag. I can hold 20 bombs in a bag that is clearly designed to hold 1 bag. Just in case you screw up, here you go. Oh, I did that wrong. I actually might have screwed up. Nope, never mind. Shields gone. That's fine. Didn't need it. I'm too hardcore for shields. Look at that. It's another easy way to kill those guys, too. Go over and slash them. I actually don't even remember what's over here. I do not remember if this is optional or not. Wait, hold on. Can I... Yeah, it's optional. Never mind. And I just want to get to the nitty-gritty. I just want to kill King Dodongo. Whoops. Your mom, man. That's all I gotta say to you. This is your mom. I don't even know how to pronounce your name. I'm just gonna call you Nosh. Noshio? I'm just gonna call you Nosh. What's up, man? How are you doing this fine evening? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. I'm just playing some Zelda. And you're just watching me play some Zelda. So how about that? So spooky, scary. Oh my gosh, really? Would you stop going into ball, please? Easy peasy. So, I was just thinking, King Dodongo, like, this is his area that he lives in. He must have, like... This is the worst for him. Like, he has the lava that would kill him in the middle of a room that is basically just a giant square. This is the worst. You guys ever thought about that? Stupid. Link is now dead. That's cool. I can't believe Dodongos appeared in such great numbers in a cavern called Dodongo's Cavern. Oh man, that's crazy. Oh yeah. Give me that fire ruby. Or Goron's ruby or whatever. I'm pretty sure it's a ruby. We'll just call it a spiritual stone. I'm just gonna call it a ruby. I don't care. It's a stone, spiritual. It's red, ruby. Oh, it is Goron's ruby. Never mind. I'm right. You're wrong. Deal with it. Those just soulless purple eyes. Alright guys, well, I'm pretty tired, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and end here, and we can continue this on another day, and a little bit early this week. Sorry guys, thanks for watching though. See you guys later.